I banned Amazon Tunnel, and he banned Black Forest. We were in the voice chat. We were like, we're not trying to take this to 10 hours of games. All right, we want to get this over with. It's February. It's March. Let's go. I chose Kawasan. I was looking at the map stats, and Kawasan has never been played in this tournament.
Oh, really?
So
I didn't know that.
it was played in AoE 4, but that doesn't count because it's AoE 4.
Too much of a sweat map for me.
Bear with Arabia is his first favorite, and then Ghost Lake. And then I'm going for a little enclosed.
Gotta love enclosed.
Scouts players unite. Nile Delta, we got some bans. I was remembering my last game against Allouition on Nile Delta, and it was I scraped out a win, but it was not a fun time. Arena banned for Bear. He's got some memories of Arena as well from his last set against Tom Bombadil, where he won with the only building remaining being the monastery with all 5 relics in it. Nomad banned as well, keeping things simple. I'm banning Rivers. Now I'll bet that single choke point in Mongolia, just because. Then we end up on Mega Random for our first game. Over to the Civs. I was strategizing for this. I'll just say that much. Bulgarians, Japanese pick for Bear, Malay, Saracens, Tatars for tbird, Franks, and Mayans for Bear, and Italians, Dravidians. You know how it goes. Poles, We've got some repeats for Allouition here. Byzantines, Poles, Franks, Japanese, and Bulgarians. All part of his routine roster. I might have a few tricks up my sleeve.
A decent spread though in terms of unit composition. And T-Bird with just the most wild picks.
I'm trying to keep my options open, it's going to be interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our grand final. We're in. We took a look at the drafts. There's maybe a little more counterplay going on with those map and civ drafts than usual, but now we're in the game and see if these players can put those strategies to use. Allouition in orange playing as
the free
Poles,
market.
and T-Bird in purple playing as the Tatars. Yes, this is mega random. We've got ourselves a free market.
And now, is this sand in the middle here?
Or is it? I don't know if this is buildable. I think it is. Actually, I can't tell. I don't know. We'll have to see if anybody tries to build on it. I do not remember. I am the purple player, casting myself, as always. That's just the way it goes when you play in your own tournament. If T90 ever won his qualifiers, you'd have to do the same thing, I assume. But you know what? This is looking kind of just like an Arabia map with maybe some unbuildable sand in the middle, but we're not too sure about that. There's a bunch of different
minus the free market.
The free market is quite something as well. Poles, cavalry civ, mostly, but they also have their unique unit that strips armor. It's infantry, great against heavily armored units. The Tatars, cavalry, cav archer, steppe lancer civilization. They get some. I think their unique civ bonus is that their trebuchets and mangonels get +2 range. It's pretty crazy, or research tech, but.
Is there a reason why Allouition needed to take the stragglers?
He's chopping straggler trees here.
He did at the beginning.
Think so, unless he didn't collect his sheep in time.
Or maybe did you guys start with extra?
What, like with extra
vills
food or something? Extra vills? You know what? Pause real quick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and check. 3 vills, standard start, maybe a few extra sheep, but that's about it. What's your time code?
3:57.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play. So standard basically start with maybe a few extra herdables, and I think we maybe have only 1 boar here, or 1 rhino.
Yeah, just looking that way.
But 4 on wood for Allouition. That's a little heavier, while 3 is like a little bit on the lighter side. I don't know which is more optimized for what, but normally you see 3 or 4. And he might
And
be
based
looking for
on
a few more
gold and stone
buildings.
spawns, I'd say purple got kind of screwed here. At least a little bit.
Let's see. The forwards, gold and stone.
Your gold is
Gold and stone on
very
the
forward.
top there. Allouition with a little bit more of a side gold. Forward stone though. Much like very forward. I guess we're both
Yeah.
on that. So he's got a little bit of a safer gold. We'll see, I guess, who the aggressor here is, who decides to wall up.
Yeah.
But that is something
Better,
to keep track of, yeah.
much better berry position for purple over orange as well.
Yeah, true. The berries being in the back is really nice. Looks
Yeah.
like I might try to wall to the back from that wood line with the houses. We might have a nice little bubble wall here coming into shape for purple. Orange also with pretty choke point, except for the front of the base there. Just have to keep an eye on that back left wood line. Alright, Allouition has found the enemy base. T-bird scouting with some sheep. I'll point that out since I'm the one that did it. I can brag.
Yeah, you got quite the range at the moment.
It's actually pretty nice. I just sent him up
Yeah.
on this left side, and he's just been going at it. As the Tatars, one of their bonuses is that they get more food from herdables, I think. And let's see, yeah, plus 50% food actually, so it's a lot. And 2 more per when they like finish building a town center. 2 sheep just appear outside of it too. So pretty nice, pretty underplayed Civ, I would say.
Stopped right before that farm. Almost saw his base.
Oh, here we go.
So
The
Tyler
polls. Yeah, go ahead, Cam.
I'm gonna say just getting some. So you're now getting a view on his base, seeing what he's doing. Again, I think scouting is a very big part of any RTS game. So just getting an idea of, I think there you go, circling around, just getting an idea of where he's at, what he's got up, and that's gonna kind of dictate what you do moving forward. How are you gonna respond to it? So scouting is always a very good thing to be doing.
Yeah, we're seeing that full work being placed forward. One of the things with the polls is that, like, the reason that they're really considered quite strong is the full work. When you farm in like a 1 farm radius around it, each of those farms gets like 15% of the food instantly dropped off for free or something like that. Maybe more, it might be 20. So they have like a really fast food production around the full work specifically, but that counts as their mill as well. So they're going to place it by the berries, and then the Polish player is going to want to farm around it, but it's more exposed, right? Because it's not around the TC. So it's kind of an interesting strength as well as vulnerability. So good to lock down where that is early on if you're the other player, I would say.
Yeah, and Allouition now going to the next stage. He's going to hit. He's funny. I didn't even catch you when you went up to the next second stage. Is Allouition's now heading to the second stage, so he's going to maybe start getting some units out with the forward barracks. Maybe just for defensive options. Not sure, but we'll see what he does.
Yeah, this is where like player builds really start taking shape.
Yeah.
Their individual shape. And Allouition actually going to opt to not farm around that full work. Maybe he doesn't know about the bonus. Maybe he's more concerned
It's
about
in
the scout
not a
rushing.
great spot, unfortunately.
It's very
Like, if you're trying to build
exposed
farms
to
around that,
the
you cannot wall your base in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
yeah,
bad
we got
berry
the
placement.
barracks down. He's making spearmen, and I think he has not actually seen the stable from the other side. T-bird going for
It's a good thing to
scout
expect from the
rush.
Tatars, though.
Yep, 3 scouts
This
going
is
to
true.
start heading over right across. Going to head straight in, but you did say that Allouition did have some spearmen queued up, so
He has 2 out at the moment. Yeah.
Got some
Okay, so
preemptively out
not-
here.
not a lot, but it might be enough to offset this if Tyler decides, if T-Bird decides to commit. But we'll see what happens here. So scouts mounting up. They are going to see the spearmen break off, not wanting to commit just yet.
And he's actually doing a very good job of covering his vulnerabilities here with
Yeah, he's
keeping some spears in the back for his gold.
Yeah, good placement on the spears over here just to cover those open areas there, because that's going to prevent T-Bird from getting in much closer.
I was gonna say you don't need a wall when you've got spears
Right.
blocking the entrance here.
So actually, good placement. You've got enough spearmen out here that's not that should be able to deal with these scouts. So really good early call from Allouition here to get those spearmen up and to keep his resources safe. It looks like he's trying to. Is he trying to hoard?
I think he's just doing a little patrol around here.
Yeah, looks like it. I thought he was maybe trying to hoard, corral the zebra in. Okay, so now T-Bird's going to move in. He's going to catch out one of the spearmen.
The thing with the spears being so spread out is
if you can take them one at a time. Yeah.
But once he knows where they are, he's going to group them.
They're going to group up. Mary will chase. The scouts are faster, but they're looking for an angle here. House going up is a really good placement on that house right there to block off another avenue of entrance there. So really good play from Allouition there.
Falling up at home behind this purple.
Now what's this villa doing out here? Huh?
Oh.
In the middle for purple.
Where is this bill going?
What kind of adventures is this bill going on?
Forward operation.
Two forward here.
What do we got going on here? It actually wouldn't be a bad idea to expand out just a little bit to get a forward foothold in, to get some more resources available. Depends on what they're doing, but
looks like, as per our question about this sand earlier, you can build on it, Allouition.
Okay, yeah.
On top of that.
Missed it, but spearmen do get a scout, so that's gonna cause T-Bird to fall back. He's gonna try to maybe find another way in, but Allouition doing a very good job of managing those scouts that are trying to find a way in, but they're just not. They can't find the angles. Spearmen are there. They're gonna deal with them. Another engagement. Nope, scout's gonna go. Oh, another.
Pass their damage. Yikes.
Yeah, another scout goes down. This is not looking good. Gonna try to get this villager out here that's building these homes.
Oh, the spears are close.
Oh, they don't commit to the kill on the villager. Nope, they're going back. You're gonna try to commit to the kill. Oh.
And this is.
Oh, that's really good micro from Allouition there to keep that villager alive. And the scouts break off.
And he
this is quite the interesting move you've done here, Tyler or T-Bird. With with doing a minor scout rush, not putting a lot into it, but using them very well, and just going H3.
Just keeping him busy, going H3. Yeah. I guess I probably could have got away with fewer scouts, but
I think this was the right move because it really looks like he's committing to it.
Like preemptively making spears, but now, just a small commitment. Didn't really do much damage, unfortunately.
Yeah,
with those scouts.
You don't need to as long as you're keeping him busy.
He's been spending food and wood on spearmen and keeping himself busy. So.
Second TC now going up for T-Bird, moving forward, getting in closer to those resources. And what is that one villager doing in the bottom right? Okay, so a mining camp there to get some gold. Looked like he wanted to start a TC on the corner, but
looks like I didn't have enough wood to do both, so I was gonna just mining camp down here for now. I think this was an archery range, maybe, but canceled it for the TC instead for now.
Yeah, I think economically that's gonna do you a lot better. Having the TC is gonna get you more resources, and then maybe you could get that archery range up in the bottom corner after you have some more resources at your disposal.
And we're going for the old classic, the archer. Cavalry Archer switch in Castle Age. See if we can catch Allouition off guard with this. Looks like for now he's still just. Oh no, he's actually queued a bunch of skirms. He saw one archery range, so great reaction by Orange there.
Yeah, he's been doing a very good job of reacting to the units you've been sending over. He's not panicking. He's making the appropriate units when needed. He's getting the vision that he needs to. So he's been doing a very good job of reacting.
Sneaky little chapel you've made down here.
Oh yeah, I saw that relic. I'm like, all right, it's time to go.
Actually, a good call. Maybe why not take what you can.
Listen, after Allouition's relic victory earlier, I gotta make sure I have at least one.
That said, the one issue I've been noticing with so far with Allouition is that he hasn't been expanding too far out in regards, he hasn't been expanding. He's been kind of stuck in his cubbyhole, which again is not a bad thing. He's been doing a good job of building up, keeping his units safe, keeping his TC safe, his villagers safe, and that's good. But the problem is that if he's not expanding out, he's going to lose out on a lot of those resources that are around the map, and that can cause him to fall very far behind if he's not careful.
So welcome in Swilly, by the way. Silly Seth as well. Couple of Seths in our chat. Welcome. Good to have you here for the grand final.
It's difficult to move out as well when you aren't H3 and you can't put a TC down to protect anything to expand to.
Looking where he puts these more TCs, it's really going to be the deciding factor here.
And it's hard knowing when to expand out, because if you want to move out and you're not sure where your enemy is, you're not sure where he's out to or where he's staked the claim, so just expanding can be obviously something you need to do as you get further along in the game, but it's also very dangerous if you're not careful, and it can put you very far behind if you lose those expansions.
I think something I could do better is just make units get numbers and not worry as much about upgrades. Like, I'm out here trying to get ballistics before moving in at all, for example. That's very expensive.
Okay, and it looks like we got cavalry archers catching this TC out, gonna get those villagers, gonna probably prevent this. Yeah, most likely going to prevent the TC from going up. So really good catch from tbird over here. Villager having to... The villager's dead. I'm sorry, there's no way.
He's going around hang on. Build. Oh.
Nope, that's it. Nope, that's it. He's... Oh, no. And we have...
see the skirms from Orange.
Skirmishers coming into good response. Good response there. And some spearmen going out as well.
If this TC goes up for Orange, it's a pretty good spot for it, but getting to it is quite rough with this.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that
I'd imagine maybe a wall off here, delete one of these houses or something. Yeah, it's gonna
maybe
spot
yeah. That being said, he has. Oh, and they're shooting over the trees. That's not good. Oh man, that's rough. So good angle there for tbird to find those units.
You can definitely see that lack of ballistics, but it's still strategically strong, and most of these guys are at like half health now.
Yeah, he has to get that TC up, but the problem is he has to deal with those units first. So second TC going up on the side, it might be better just to. Well, that's kind of a tough call
because if half, you're gonna lose like 50.
Yeah,
or
you don't want
175 wood, 50 stone on that.
Yeah, right now it's you want to finish it. It's right there, but the problem is it's covered by tbird's forces, so you can't get to it quite as easily right now. So he's got to figure out what to do here. So good placement of another TC out the side. Good call there to try to get some more production going.
It's like we have tbird going for that next tech switch, just trying to think ahead into step lancers now as the next unit.
Yeah.
Because Allouition skirmisher numbers are growing. I was kind of surprised in the game. This is a really fun aspect, I guess, of rewatching versus like only having your own fog of war. I was surprised he didn't just rush that TC up while I was away, but I guess...
I'm sorry.
I was kind of thinking the same thing, honestly, but...
You're a little scared in the moment, right? Like, those cavalries could come back at any time, right?
Exactly, so, you don't know exactly how far away if they're just waiting out there.
But he doesn't, right? Yeah.
That's why vision.
Ballistics coming in. These cav archers about to be much stronger.
Yeah, they're doing work right now.
Skirms. Are they elite skirm yet? No, that's rough.
Yes.
Oh,
these cav archers are doing work right now.
I think, is this Allouition saving for Imp, or is he just under too much pressure to spend all these resources? Also, enough stuff for a castle.
And right now, tbird is just kind of swooping in. He is losing a cav archer here. There's more spearmen coming up on the side to help out with his attack, but those cav archers are just screaming those skirmishers right now. And now they're backing off. Spearmen are going down. Good microwing on, good target selection from tbird over here to select the focus on one unit, kiting back as well. So really good play from tbird over here. Emergency castle going up.
There's that castle.
And another...
I like what Allouition's doing here, queuing units inside, and he's just gonna try to pop them out in surprise purple.
Best thing you can do right here. Emergency castle going up.
This archery range right now. If you're orange, though, it's really causing some issues.
Yeah, able to push back those cav archers there with those spearmen, pikemen, or the spearmen still.
Yeah, so maybe watching this back, castle maybe could have been denied, but I was just like, Maybe not with the spears as
it
well.
would have been rough, honestly.
Yeah, you might have lost all those cowards. It was a tough call, but I think you did the right thing there. So, but good cast. But I think a good call from Allouition to get that emergency castle up is going to keep some of those units safe. And again, he does have that second TC off to the side that's going to be helping him out with production and resources. So
you can tell that I've been looking at the other side of the map the whole game.
Yeah.
But stretching out with a TC on the corner now, just lock down a little safe gold and move further out.
Right now, you're focusing on that TC that was not finished. Probably a good idea at this point, just to keep yourself moving. Looks like... Oh, is that monk been spotted? No.
To be fair as well, making cav archers against the poles is kind of rough purely because it's not in the poles' wheelhouse, or at least want to go skirms. They would rather not do that for their unit base.
Yeah,
but
you just have to get a good mass of knights or whatnot and try to force the issue. Make the cav archer player deal with your units rather than chasing around all those guys while they kite backwards constantly.
But the pressure's been on him a little bit too much to where he had to make skirms, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, so he's been doing a lot of reacting rather than acting out on his own, and I think that's again, he's been doing a good job of it. I think he's been doing a good job of responding to the attacks, but you've also been doing a good job of pressuring him so that it's preventing him from expanding out or getting any more resources.
Just want to call attention to how much market was used there.
Yeah, I just
noticed that.
Just decided to go imp. I'm like, okay, wait.
How much did you burn there? Do you think?
Well, let's take a look at this. I think there was some misclicking. Let's see. Sold stone, sold wood. That's all fairly okay. No, that makes some sense. That's a lot of res spent on market though. It's one of the areas I think I could improve. Maybe, I don't know, balancing that out a little bit more, but now it's, well, I haven't looked at the population bar the whole game, but it's looking not terrible either way. It's
want to rethink that castle, I guess.
Looking at the best place for it. This is the classic imp into forward position, treble.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of a pretty standard game.
That's a good play there.
Game win attempt.
And pushing more units in with that forward castle. Some spearmen off to the side, pikemen off to the side now, I should say, pikemen. Few cavalry units as well. So got a nice little grouping there. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Are those elite skirmishers or those normal skirmishers?
Just getting every upgrade possible.
Elite. Yeah,
elite.
We'll get that treadmill crane. It's probably going to come in after the castle's finished.
Most likely, yeah.
This forward placement on the castle is going to be very rough for Allouition to deal with.
And Allouition actually, so he's decided he's going skirm knight now. He's adding in knights to his unit comp, spending.
Honestly, I don't think that's a bad option.
Yeah, tbird trying to wall up now, but is pretty open at home for like any knight run throughs. And Allouition finds that castle. You never want to hear your opponent go up to imp and then walk into a castle on your face. That's rough. Trebuchet is on the way for purple. These guys kind of forgotten about over here. Elite skirms are doing work, but keep an eye on these knights, see where they go. Allouition had enough stone for a third castle too.
Yeah.
Chemistry, elite step lancer now. Now step lancers versus knights. I think knights are better. We'll look at the elite stats though. 11, 12, 13 attack, 4 armor, 100 health, 120 health, 12 attack, 3 armor. Fairly even, I guess. Imperial versus Castle Age technologies, of course. The army population is actually It's hard in Allouition's favor with all these trash counter units. But the gold percentage, that little tiny bar at top is on purple's side, and the Knights are all running in, so great play from Orange here. It's gonna find some kills. It's 92-93 on villager count. It's gonna get probably worse for tbird here. Oh man. Eco KD.
So far, but a good play here from Allouition. Oh, that. Oh, he's gonna yep. He's gonna get.
It's quite the number of trebs. That's a lot. That's hard to deal with.
It's over. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the luxury of time, getting up to 4 trebs before you go for a castle, that castle is just dead. There's no way you can react in time most of the time.
And being stuck in H3 like this is just rough.
Knights are doing work
in terms of upgrade wise.
Yeah, that being said, that there's still a lot more going on over at Allouition's base, and he's only going to Imperial. Allouition's just
using the market, by the way. Impressive.
Good work. So plenty of skirmishers here. Another emergency castle. Is that emergency castle he's dropping right there?
That's another castle foundation. Yeah.
If you can get rid of these trebs and build that castle, that would be pretty good.
Are targeting the MTC.
Right now skirmishers doing work
trebs on the MTC, guys.
Oh, these skirms are just ripping through
but that TC's going down. Yeah, but that TC's going down. Yep, it is down. It is dead, and they're gonna try to.
Imperial Age canceled from that.
And trebs are redirecting fire. You're gonna lose this trebuchet here. Those skirmishers didn't work on those units. They just completely demolished them. Gonna fall back now.
Knights still getting kills. Eco KD is 23-5 now. But the timings seem to be there for purple, at least for the moment. 91-84 eco though. What's the res collected look like? Okay, it's tbird favored. Probably because of all the action happening at Allouition's base.
Some emergency buildings coming down from Allouition here. Those skirmishers are doing work. They're doing a very good job of defending this little town he's got left on the bottom here. But again, tbird right now just content farming up, getting more resources. 4 TCs right now with that forward castle.
Oh, I just realized too the H4 timer got canceled because that was the one doing it.
Yeah, so I was trying to say, yeah. So that starting town center was trebbed down while it was aging up. So Allouition just now realized, I think, and he's clicking up in the back town center now. So good on him for spotting that and picking a safer one to go for now. But gonna have no access to trebuchets or Imperial Age stacks for the time being.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough for him. He's gonna have to try to do what he can to survive as long as he can.
Don't think there are enough pikes here. All these skirms might go down now to the elite step lancers.
Not for the steps, yeah.
There's step lancers are moving in. A few
teched out steps are just gonna be rough.
Gonna start moving in. We got Knights coming in on the flanks. Some pikemen coming in behind.
And pikemen are still coming out. Okay.
Yeah.
Another wave over here.
It's not looking too good. Another set of another more units coming in, cutting off. Does see the castle on the side. Looks like the elite skirmishers do go down. It's going to start picking off some of these villagers, prevent these buildings from going up.
It's looking like it's a
GG.
Well, I mean, you say this at this same time. It's just now reached 33-34 eco KD. Like.
True.
Okay, it's still climbing though. It's still climbing. And town centers are going down.
I mean, just not a lot of protectable buildings, you know.
And we've got those.
It's gonna get worse for Orange.
Unprotected. Those pikemen going to be able to take out. I think got 1 trebuchet. Going to be able to take out 2 trebuchets here.
Oh, he's got to target that treb.
It's close.
And he's gonna make use of what he has with that last bit of trebuchet. We got a lone knight over here trying to
2 HP knight.
Doing what he can here.
The full work goes down. Wait, no, that's another one. Okay.
Right now we have 1 trebuchet just free firing.
And these farms have just gotta go.
Get rid of these farms. What is it, 61 each? Allouition hits Imp. Finally.
He's just got some units stacking up right now.
But population is looking pretty rough for him.
Yeah, it's Knights not gonna hit the trebuchets. Gonna focus on the mounted units. We got some more pikemen coming in. Right now, it's again
like the
T-Bird's
pop
in
for
full
Allouition.
control.
25 vills.
And
16 of those are on this wood line.
Yeah. Where are the rest of them actually? Oh, in the TC.
Are they hiding in the TC
Got
somewhere?
3 treads right now free firing in this castle. Those knights are gonna bypass, gonna try to prevent that building from going up.
They'll get
Actually,
it. Looks like
trebuchets.
not enough vills building that castle. Oh, one guy is running for his life.
Oh,
No,
he's gonna
no.
live. Oh,
Oh.
he's not. The knights are we got the amount of units. Oh, they're gonna lose them. But right now, it's. I mean, it's not like you can't throw more units at it. But
Yeah.
one trebuchet does go down, but the castle does go down. So it's we got some more fighting going off on the side.
So this game, I think, really boils down to map control taken by purple early on and held,
Yeah.
and then just getting up to Imperial Age for those trebuchets.
Honestly, what I'd say is the H3 timing really, having to deal with that early scout rush and then going H3 at the same time, really put him at a time loss for all of this.
But that means T-Bird takes game 1 of our grand final. I would say the favorite, as the last set we played was won by T-Bird as well. So we'll see if Allouition can respond in game 2 and beyond. But looking good here for purple. Some good plays for Allouition. I love the reactivity of what units he was making and stuff. Maybe too much reaction, not enough action.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not sure, but
I mean, he did a good job of what he had to do, unfortunately, which, you know,
This is true.
making that many skirms was not in, like, the plan, or, like, the spreadsheet of the Pole's plans, but, you know.
Yeah, true.
had to
96
do it.
spearmen there for Allouition. 50 Stepply Lancers for T-Bird there. Quick glance at the stats. KD, you know, looking good there for purple, as you would expect by this point in the game. But onward and upward. So we're back here on Ghost Lake for game 2 of this grand final for 2023/2024 at this point, I guess. It's 3 months in. Allouition in orange playing as the Bulgarians, and T-Bird, myself, in purple playing the Dravidians. Not a civ we see too often, not regarded super highly in general. GL Gamer Legion has been kind of trying to resurrect their name, but it's a tough one to get around.
Yeah.
And I guess we're on Ghost Lake here, so the main deal with Ghost Lake, of course, is the lake in the middle. A bunch of ice.
What
bunch
an
of
odd
barren
lake.
landscapes you can't build on. This lake is really what is this? We got like
The
a
Crescent
whole
Moon Lake.
Interesting choice.
situation here. One of the main things about this map is the free sheep that are scattered in abundance around the middle, so players should probably look to collect as many of those as they can, snipe away as much free food as possible. And now we got the opening build order. So Bulgarians, very much an infantry civ. They have, I guess their unique unit is cavalry, right? But if I tab into the game very quickly, we can just take a look at the. I'll read out some details. Why not? Militia line upgrades are free. They got the Krepost as well. It's like a mini castle. Blacksmith technologies are minus 50% food, and some unique units there as well. So very much favoring the infantry with those upgrades being free at the start of every age. On the other side, like I mentioned, the Dravidians a little bit unusual. They're kind of a naval civ, very much a naval civ, but they get, what is it? 200 wood when you get to the next age. That's one of the main bonuses that people utilize. Barracks technologies are cheaper. Siege weapons are 33% less wood as well.
People keep telling me how much they're clamoring for that extra 200 wood.
An extra 200 wood, you know, that's like it's a free building, you know, that's an extra market, extra barracks you don't need to chop wood for, so it can have a big effect if you're playing at like pro level margins of resources. Around here I might be overestimating myself, but we'll see. Nice little house wall for Allouition. I think he knows that if I have the chance, the scout rush is coming every game. This is an interesting wood line too. It looks like just one little house on that back side. It would be tons of wood for a good long while. Also, I'll mention Allouition, it looks like, didn't go out to gather any of the sheep in the metal. He favorited this map, home map, but looks like more focused on just sticking to the standard game plan.
He just doesn't need it. He's better.
He just doesn't need it. There you go. I'm actually thinking now, like, maybe the Tatars would be insane on this map.
Oh, fair,
you get 50% extra food from every sheep.
True, yeah, good point.
Trying to do like some kind of wood bonus build, but bringing in that second boar for both actually at about the same time. What's the scouting look like here?
Did a little box for orange.
Oh nice, he's done a whole rotation. He actually took, looks like the two sheep from the north west side of Purple's base. Just grabbed those and he's walking them around the map. Going to gold in the Dark Age though is orange. It's Allouition. So that could be any number of things. I won't speculate further, but he's about ready to click up here. T-Bird up now in about 1:30. Also building that barracks on the way up to the next stage. So probably going to be some military buildings in some form in feudal. Second lumber camp now for purple. Let's see what the Allouition build is. He's got 300 wood in the bank, 341. Looks like he's going to be moving forward with a Vil.
Oh, snipe the scout. Come on.
Did he garrison? I missed it.
No, he didn't, but he had the opportunity. We were running direct in a straight line towards it.
Well, you know, TCs don't hit anything anymore these days, so.
Well, if they're moving sideways, yeah.
True. Looks like, so the scout ran through this like weird hilly gap. I don't know if Allouition saw that. Or if
Yeah, that is an odd gap.
That's interesting. Stable for T-Bird on hitting Feudal Age, so it is a
Some
scout
spacing
rush
here,
regardless
actually.
of the Dravidian Civ being picked.
Oh, and it's like a 3-tile gap too. It looks like a 2 where a single house would fix it, but it is not.
I think it's 2 right there at the top. I'm not sure. He's gonna scout through it now too, though.
No, if you click on the other tree, you can tell. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Okay, well, either way, he's gonna drop a house there. Hopefully that blocks it off. We'll see. Good spot there from Allouition, though. Market for T-Bird. Apparently that's what I'm gonna be spending my wood on.
And a forward barracks for Allouition.
Forward up to barracks up to the side. Man-at-arms being built, being created now.
And an archery range.
Is he going? Oh yeah, he's adding another archery range. Yeah, as well there. Okay. Or just one, the first one. walling off with some houses at home, probably. I'm gonna assume he's checking these, like, take this Ville. Once you get a tap down on all these, right-click on the other side, see if it tries to walk through or not. 3 scouts spotted by Allouition. And these men-at-arms arrive just when the palisade gate is going up.
Yeah.
So, purple is walled for now. He's gonna build a second palisade gate behind that. Scout being chased around there. And it's... Okay, we're seeing spearmen now for Allouition.
Really aggressive here from Allouition. Far cry different from last game, but actually not a bad idea to try to put some early pressure here onto tbird.
You can't keep making gates forever.
Palisade gates is like one of the weakest buildings you can make too. He's gonna try to loop around and find another place to get in though.
Yeah. Is diverting off the gate and gonna focus on the building there? I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea, but again, just looking to try to be an annoyance here, and it's not a bad idea.
Scout does go down for orange, so he's gonna be a little bit less informed about where everything is.
Yeah.
But he doesn't need to know. He's looking right here. Just break in, see what you can do.
Let's see, do these scouts just right-click home base, or...? Looks like
4 scouts again, same as last game. Looks like a house wall being thrown down behind the double gate wall.
Doing whatever he can here to not... it looks like the scout's going to come in and going to try to return the favor here. So instant recall of the villagers of the TC, but they go right back out. So first gate does go down.
I do wish he could get a tower onto that backwards stone and gold.
Yeah, tower on like the right side by the mill maybe too would be good.
Yeah.
That's not really protecting anything where it is, but it will provide vision, I guess.
Despite the pressure that Allouition is putting on tbird is comfortable
quite a
enough to go to
bit.
the next stage.
You're running out of farm space over here now.
Listen, if we wall in far enough, we can just shoot everything with the TC. There are a lot of units here from Orange, though.
There's a lot of units.
13 military units, all of them forward.
And that barracks is going down as well. So Allouition is doing a very good job of just continuing to put the pressure on here.
Did you just delete that house to then make a house?
I deleted that house. You'll see why in a second. Maybe was looking to run out there, but then he had archers circling around.
No.
Changed my mind. Now the buildings are all down. TC not garrisoned yet. Looks like scouts are being microed, finding out about that tower, and units get through past the town center.
That's actually really good for Allouition here.
Yeah, purple gonna have to run. And now you see the house delete in the north. We're gonna send 3 villas out that way.
Yeah, best thing you could have done right there. So you're gonna chase these villagers out again. Just a lot of idle time on these villagers here where they could be doing stuff. A few on wood, but right now it's Allouition just continuing to put the pressure on where he can.
That house again, so it's just a terrible place if you want to buy property. Don't buy it there.
And an emergency tower going up from tbird over here to try to offset this the situation he's in right now. Probably not a bad idea to just keep a defensive, have a defensive option available.
This game proved to me, or showed me, how hard it is to attack and defend at the same time. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't do anything with these scouts. I'm just too busy, like, trying to not let all of my villagers die right now.
Look at them run into the edge of the map. Trying to get out of here.
Are going down to the town center from Orange, but yeah, these guys, they want out of this game.
They want out.
Are gonna move forward. Looks like they're on stand ground for, I guess, whatever reason. Could be the move. Just so that you can...
I love this little tower encampment you've made here. That's great.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
You do the wall around it like that so that the units can't hit it.
Yeah, they can't just
exactly. Over there, just putting those houses.
It just looks funny.
Gold save.
It's like one of those whatchamacallits.
Right now, I think.
One of those mini castles.
I don't know. But let's take a look at the numbers right now. Idle TC time, I guess, is pretty close. 30 seconds more for tbird. Worker efficiency, though, is like 50%. Very low.
Very,
And I think the real power unit for Allouition right now that's going to make a difference is these archers that he's adding in.
For sure.
Yeah, it's giving him
Getting around the
range.
TC range is big.
Yep. So having those archers is really gonna be a big advantage to him. It's gonna give him poke. It's gonna give him just range. So he's not gonna. Unfortunately, so he won't be able to lose any more units. But yeah, it's as long as he I think makes more archers here, he should be in a good position. So, but tbird right now is still in the game. He's still trying to find ways to get back into this, keep production going, and he is finding ways to do it. Another TC going up the back corner to try to displace, get another means of production going, because that first one doesn't seem to be working very well.
Allouition is still in feudal age. He's all in on these man-at-arms and whatnot. There is a siege, so those 3 villagers I snuck out with at the top finally make it around to the bottom. It's for a siege workshop on Allouition's base.
Yeah, so let's see how this plays out right here. Yeah, you're right. Allouition's been doing a good job. Has been doing a lot of pressuring on this base, but it feels like it's just starting to peter out now because it's not doing much right now, at least from what I can see. It's still an annoyance, but it's not as bad as it once was earlier.
Being stuck in age 3 here is going to be kind of rough if tbird is allowed to live.
Looks like he might be trying for the next age now, but we'll see now. I think I've been watching too many pro games because I thought I could do this without any practice at all. It's very hard. I think it needs a little more time in the workshop. Monk siege
I like the
push.
idea of the siege.
Well, if you don't know what you're doing, the enemy won't know what you're doing. So you know.
That's true. That's true. I'll just say I'm no MBL. Those scouts finally get picked up.
Gonna go down.
Maybe
Villager,
picked
one villager
up.
down.
So Eco Kitty's 11-1 now. Love that.
So some more emergency buildings going up to try to keep those units safe.
You know, you might be able to have a better chance at doing this if you weren't getting archer rush as well. Like if you were only getting scout or man-at-arm rush, like this is rough when you have to micro back and forth like this.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe I should have changed my game plan, but just a really solid all-in from Allouition here. He's really just put it all on the table with these man-at-arms and these archers.
Yeah,
And,
if you're gonna
with like basically no adaptation other than like 1 tower from purple. It's been pretty pretty rough there.
Yeah, but okay, so we do have, and there is the Mangonel coming in, gonna try to just be an annoyance here. We got a Scorpion as well, do a little bit of damage.
You just trying to team fire? Oh, I see the scout or the spear right there. I thought you were just trying to kill your. Oh, the monk goes down.
Monk goes down.
Loses the monk, but gets another one back out, no problem at all.
And Allouition just like not. I don't know if he's just not paying attention to these units or if he just doesn't care. He says it's enough value to get some kills under the TC, even if they die eventually. And I have not garrisoned, so.
No, I mean it's working.
It's working, yeah, exactly.
Can you blame him?
I know it. Yeah, I mean he's doing. Again, he's in the base. He's being an annoyance, but you're over here.
Another monk.
Like this. Oh no.
Allouition halfway to castle age, and the villager count is 49-24.
That's going to be helpful for him.
Stalled out.
He gets into the castle age, he's going to be able to upgrade some of those units, and they're going to be able to do a lot more work than what they are right now.
Do you mean to attack ground here?
Let's see here.
You were laying into your own siege workshop with the catapults.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Ooh, it hurt. Wow.
Allouition sniping some vills with the archers on the gold mine. And this is where that tower we kind of made fun of, or at least, like, you know, we kind of said, well, I wish it was somewhere else. It's kind of preventing the mangonels from going after
the see,
TC.
that's got good range on us, so they're not going to be able to go in as far. A few villagers coming out to try to deal with the mangonels, but they're going to back off, just not feeling confident enough. And some man-at-arms coming in to deal with those mangonels, but again, good angle on the side. Ooh, villagers take a good hit.
Allouition is also queuing Scout Cab, which would be definitely the right answer for this. Monk Mangonel, they just get right up close. Clean that up. Clearly purple is looking back at home again now.
And it looks like
bills.
And it looks like the attack on T-Bird's base has stopped, slowed a little bit.
So this is like, yeah, I guess the give and take, right? Where is both each player's attention? Allouition clearly now looking at this push, which he should be. He's done plenty of damage up here.
And maybe there's something I don't know about this, but why the Scorpion?
Well, for one,
just because of Man-at-Arms and the pass-through?
But also, yeah, pass-through damage against Man-Arms. Knights is generally not the unit you want to be making against this kind of push because the monks can just convert it, but clearly the micro for those monks not practiced purple.
Plus, I think he had enough units that he was going to be able to deal with that no problem.
Oh, and he says the GG.
Oh, there it is.
1,000 extra score, and GG
we got a
game. And that's a 1-1 in our grand final. 26 longswords and 5 monks is the most created military unit for purple here. Alright. Well, I think the lesson I learned here is if your enemy all-ins you with man-at-arms, do something about it. Make archers or something. But
yeah,
well played there from Allouition. Good pressure.
Yeah, he did a good job. I thought he maybe was going to start to get burnt out after that initial attack, but he kept up the pressure. He just decided to commit to it, and sometimes that's the best thing to be done there.
Yeah, wasn't afraid to stay in feudal for a long time. Extra 10 minutes.
Were you guys in comms during the game?
We were. We didn't stay too much until like at the end or whatever, but good stuff there. An entertaining game.
Very much so.
Some different strategies, some all-in strategies. Always good to watch. All right, chat. Welcome back. I think we have we may have Wolf of the North returning. I'm not too sure, but he'll probably be back. And Courier is gonna have to duck out for now. Fridays, you know, everybody's doing stuff on Fridays, if you can believe it. But here we are on game 3. It's 1-1 in our grand final. Not going to be a sweep or anything like that.
And Allouition handing T-Bird his first loss in the tournament as well.
That's true. First loss in the whole tournament, even in the league stage. But here we are. T-Bird looking to come back on the home map. Home Civ. Saracens in purple on the north, and in the north? I don't know. And Allouition, orange, Byzantines. He actually picked blue, but we're going to stick with the set colors that they picked originally, so orange, purple. Good little combo here. It's also the Winter Bash kind of, I don't know, theme colors, so it works out. But our grand final, game 3, is going to be on enclosed. It's a map with a little interesting spawn position here, that unbuildable path, like rocky path terrain around the outside. And these players, see what they decide to do. I, of course, am T-Bird, so I can't really pretend like I don't know the outcome of the games, but try our best to keep things entertaining, at least, keep things interesting, and follow them as they go. This map is special for a lot of reasons, but one of the main ones being these outer resources, these berries, stones, golds. You can't wall them into the TC area. You got to protect them on their own. They're kind of like little satellite location bases. Like, they can be much more exposed than in a standard map per se.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the two players do to try to deal with that kind of problem.
Now, Allouition has been really good, I think, about anticipating the scout rush and defending from it. Maybe a little bit of overreaction in game 1 as far as like just reacting, making spears and everything, and skirms, but he knows, right? You pick Saracens, whatever. It's me on the other side. He knows there's a scout rush coming, regardless of what he sees. So he's gonna be anticipating that at the very least, and trying to protect himself as early on as possible, I think.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know?
Exactly. Saracens, camel sieve, market is cheaper, and the market trades are like a better deal. I think it bottoms out at 17 gold per food and wood and stone, where most markets bottom out at like 13. So, as a Saracens, it doesn't feel as bad to be using that market a lot. That's why I like them, because I am terrible with eco balance. So I like to spam that sell wood, buy food macro quite a lot. I don't have a macro, but you know what I'm getting at. Camels, like I mentioned, I think they have, well, their unique unit is the Mameluke, which is like a ranged, it's a melee ranged unit, I guess is the best way to describe it. Pretty short range, like 3 or 4 tiles, but it's kind of like the throwing axeman, I guess, is a more common example of, like, you throw like an axe or like a sword and it counts as melee damage.
Oh, interesting.
Can slip up the opponent if they don't know what's coming. Byzantines, on the other side, I think Saracens, yeah, I mean, you go camels with that. They have more HP on their camel units in general as well. Byzantines, defensive civ. They obviously have the cataphracts, which is their unique unit, does bonus damage to infantry, and their castles have more HP by a very significant amount, actually. Their trash units, like their units that don't cost gold, are all discounted as well. I think with food discount, pardon the flickering, I'm actually just going to tab into the game. Buildings, all buildings plus 10 HP, 10% HP in Dark, 20 Feudal, up to 40% in Imperial Age. And actually it's the Camel Riders as well as the Skirmishers and Pikemen that are 25% cheaper across the board, food and wood. So their Imperial Age advancement is 33% off as well, and their fire ships fire faster, but that's not going to come into play here, obviously. So Byzantines strong, both of these very strong civs, regarded highly, and we'll see how much of their potential these players are able to execute. Both definitely have the opportunity for a scout rush, or, you know, I guess the Byzantines may be more spearman skirm. You might see that in Feudal Age, forward spearman skirms, just because they're cheaper. tbird with that barracks on the berries out on the outside of the map there, and Allouition has scouted that. The berries, not necessarily the barracks here. tbird, 10-minute Feudal Age time. I find, I guess that's like, you know, like 10 minutes and 10 seconds or something. It's pretty much the average time for me when I'm trying to rush up to the Feudal Age to get a measuring stick on things. I don't know.
Get a feel of what's going on.
Yeah. Of course, you want to take longer, make a few more vills if you're going to be doing some kind of Castle Age rush, but we'll see what Allouition is up to here. It's 24 vills versus tbird's 22. And as Byzantines, you definitely could just go Castle Age into Knights or something. We'll see. Or even Camel Riders, you know. I guess also against the Camel Civ like Saracens, you kind of might as well just make your own camels, right? 'Cause why even bother with Knights? If they can just go camel to counter it, you kind of just have to match the camels.
Now Allouition setting up a nice little fort there to keep those units safe. Not a bad idea, just to be sure that he doesn't get any units picked off, make sure there's no bum rushes coming in, make sure that keeping those resources nice and safe.
Scout cavalry coming out from tbird, surprise, surprise. And yeah, Allouition with the palisade gate here, walling up the gold and the berries. Great spot for this. He's just got a little bubble with both of those resources in it, and I love that. I hated it in the game, but I love it here. It's great. Good play. Horse collar for both. Double bit X for double bit X for both. And these scouts are coming forward. It's gonna be more scouts this time, not just the 4 fake out into Castle Age that we've seen before.
So just getting some
fancy with the line of sights.
Cavalry stacked up in the bottom there, nothing too fancy.
T-Bird up to 7, Scout Cav, adding more, it's gonna be 8. And a lot of villagers in queue, okay. Now this Scout Cav is gonna try to come in, hasn't scouted the enemy at all this far, but here we go. Allouition dropping Market and Blacksmith on the outside. Maybe in retrospect I should have tried to deny those.
Let's see what happens.
Looks like just going for a fast castle. Decides not to build the Blacksmith on the outside after seeing the scouts. Great play from him. Good decision making in the moment. And the scouts go for the Palisade Gate, but villagers can just repair for now. Archery range for T-Bird, apparently, at this point now. And moving out to the gold, I think, thinking about Castle Age, probably. And Allouition actually just goes for a stone gate behind. It says, "You will not get in here. I refuse." We have forging now, and Allouition is clicking up to castle already, so...
So he's
good,
still
solid fast castle play here.
Yeah, so it looks like the and a defensive palisade wall coming up from Allouition to try to keep those scouts out. Hopefully it'll be enough to keep the. Hopefully it will be enough to keep them out. We're gonna have to see what happens.
Both players fully walled at home in their little TC bubble now, and a double palisade gate now for Allouition on this side. Now you gotta watch these like berries spots, right? Because they run out pretty quick. It can be easy to I guess you'd call it, if it's a woodline, you'd call it over chopping, but maybe over pick those berries and create a hole for the enemy to run through. Allouition's just gonna add spears for the scouts, and eventually you might clear up these scouts, but just trickling in 2 or 3 at a time, not gonna necessarily work out.
I think you did something that I thought was good, was you decided to build up a little bit of a force before you moved in. Rather than having 3 or 4, you had at least 7 or so before heading in. So which I thought was good.
Committing to 8, really was hoping to get some damage here besides killing just some military units, but hasn't happened yet. I guess 1 Eco KD, that must have been the villager that was building the market, potentially. You'll see now, though, it's cost a little bit, right? I'm much slower to get up to the Castle Age because of making 8 instead of 4 scouts. But, at the very least, my opponent is scared of the scouts now. He's like, okay, this guy's out here roving around.
Yep, so... not wanting to be annoyed any longer, he goes to deal with it. But right now, just... still trying to get out of the game. They don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
They're out of here. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Second TC pretty quick for Allouition. He should pull ahead in Vills. The Vill count right now, similar idle TC times, but that's mostly because he aged up first, right? So he's going to have time with the town center that was not producing villagers. It'll even out now that purple is going Castle Age as well. Stone now being considered by T-Bird as well now. Some outposts on the sides too, looks like, for now. A little worried about the Castle Age timing here from the enemy. But Allouition just tracking with the spears. He's got so much experience with that. He's pretty good at it at this point. Gonna find some more hits on the scouts. This castle age is 40 seconds away for purple.
Alright, so he's going to be catching up here.
1,200 wood in the bank, by the way. That is... We gotta work on that. What am I gonna spend that on?
Well, that depends. The second TC up for Allouition here.
So he has actually surpassed in villager count now. Just because of like the dynamics of aging up and getting that TC and everything. A little bit of a back and forth.
Yep, Allouition with the Spearman out as well to cover some of these areas over here, not wanting to lose any units, wanting to be sure that he's keeping them safe. And again, Allouition, from what I've seen so far, Allouition is doing a very good job of responding to any attacks that have come his way. And he's been doing a very good job of reacting to and not panicking. It's easy for a player to, when they see an attack coming towards them, to panic, to kind of stop what they're doing and lose focus on their resources, their economy, and everything. But Allouition has done a good job of responding to what tbird's been throwing at him. So I think it shows how good of a player Allouition is and how good of a level head he's keeping during those moments.
Very good at responsive play. And like we saw last game, if he comes up with an aggressive plan too and sticks to it, he can really make it work.
Yeah.
I actually paid for this castle with all of that wood, it looks like.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're still a lot of wood. I thought, okay, he's gonna do something with it. So
Allouition dropping 3 stables too. We'll see if he actually gets them up. Scouts are kind of chilling over there.
Yeah, and a sneaky little stable on the bottom left there. So that could be coming to play later on in the game. So not a bad thing to do. Scouts do not see that villager working on the stable though, so that stable might go up.
That stable should go up for sure, yeah. And he's also sending a villager forward for his own outposts. We have chain barding armor for tbird, full cavalry armor upgrades and attack. Allouition with wheelbarrow, and we're matching on those sneaker upgrades otherwise.
Allouition. Oh, he does catch out that villager, and it looks like he is gonna see that stable up. So he's not gonna. I don't think tbird's gonna react to it, but he does catch the villager from preventing that second stable from going up, and it looks like he's going to catch a pikeman as well.
Spearman was kind of just passing for a little bit there.
Yeah, and the camels are out. Here comes the camels. All right.
It's camel v camel now.
All right, and I want to say Allouition, I think, did a good job of taking down some of those outposts that were on the left and right side of the map to prevent the vision from coming in for tbird. So nice play there.
Forward barracks here too.
And a forward barracks with a outpost with a little outpost as well. So really good for Allouition here.
One lone Mameluke in this castle for now from tbird. Stables continue being built. You'll see the difference here with HP 125 for this camel rider from purple with the Saracens, and only 100 for the Byzantine camel rider. So definitely some civ bonuses going on there. Scouts do get cleared up on the right side, and Allouition is going to drop another TC in a great spot on the berries, wood, if you need it, and gold too.
And it's really well defended as well. It's really well defended, so he's not going to have any issues dealing with it. Camel Rider is going to be moving down. They might see this stable on the bottom side here, and that's it. Oh, they're just stopping just shy. Oof.
Camel Rider from tbird finds maybe a villager.
Oh, it doesn't attack it. Just gonna kind of look around here, just moving past, just coming through. No big deal. It's gonna turn and try to take down those scouts there. Does get one. Probably gonna get both of them here.
So if it comes down to equal numbers of camels right now, purple will win pretty convincingly with the Saracen HP bonus. It's actually 145. Pardon me. And also, Allouition has basically no upgrades right now for those camels besides forging, so we shall see. He's producing a lot, though, out of these stables. Little, what is this? A little Komodo dragon getting in on the action.
Nice. Nice movement right there.
Yeah, nice little animation. They really knocked it out of the park with this game.
Kidding.
With the pikemen, though,
T-bird's
Looks like
turning
Purple's
out.
camel
Does
should get
get
clean.
one. Does he get the pikeman? No, he does not. He does not get the pikeman. Running as fast as he can to get the camel rider out of there.
We're running. I think Purple has what is it? Here we go. Husbandry, which is faster movement. Just now coming in for Allouition, so he matches it. But more camels being massed from both player. I should think. Just the 5 for Allouition right now. He's working on a few upgrades. Handcart is a big one. Make those villagers move more quickly, more efficient economy. Actually, res collected has swung in Allouition's favor by about 1,000. And villager count is very close right now, 69 to 70. And a couple more Mamelukes trickling out. Castle on great spot on the north, gold and stone. T-bird there. I'll just shake my own hand on that castle positioning. More military buildings in this like little area down here. This looks like it's gonna be a barracks switch where Allouition's going for the spearman now, I guess. He's a little bit housed. But everything's starting to flow pretty well for him down there. The economy booming up pretty good. I also like Allouition. Okay, I mean he lost his scout here, but he has been just going back and forth constantly. Just looking and seeing, getting intel on what units, what's going on over here. He's done great with the scouting this game, I think. We're up now to a pretty significant number of Mamelukes though. We're at 10 Mamelukes, 11. And as mentioned, they're a melee from ranged units. So they take the chain barding armor, the iron casting upgrade, so fully upgraded for Castle Age. Allouition does find the stable in the south. T-bird making a few knights, I think, just try and raid a little bit. They have higher damage against regular units than camels do, so 11 versus 8.
Yep, and Allouition is dealing with this little stable on the bottom left there, but plenty of riders coming in from T-bird to take care of that. He's got a little bit of a force mounted up here. He's gonna start moving in here. Gonna see what he can get.
We've got the Mamelukes in play.
Look
Look at the vision from the Byzantines. Like, this is such vision.
Got a lot
of bonuses.
Which is really going to be good for him in the long run, because he's going to be able to respond to things that much faster.
Mamelukes should be able to deal with spears pretty nicely as long as they're
slinging them down.
To.
We have we got a good sized camel rider force coming in from Allouition here. Going to try to pick off those T-bird's camel riders, but the Mameluke's going to be cutting off. Okay, so turning around.
I like how he's mixing in the spears with the camel riders. It makes it so annoying to micro against.
Yeah, Mameluke's still gonna Allouition ignoring those units, gonna be cutting past, gonna try to fall back if he can. I think I think we've got too many of these
Mamelukes now.
Yeah, we got too many of them. I think there's too many of the Mamelukes. So we do have a castle from Allouition, 2 castles from T-bird.
So we can see here again the Byzantine bonus, right? 6,200 HP versus 47 and 4,800. So very tanky castles from the Byzantines. I will say now we're kind of here. This was my plan all along this game, as long as I don't get attacked and killed earlier on by like a man-at-arms rush or whatnot. Just make a million Mamelukes and try to take them out that way. It's really hard unit to counter, so.
It's looking really good here for T-bird. It's looking really good for T-bird. He's just shredding these buildings with these Mamelukes. Some camels coming in to try to take them out, but not going to do any good. They're going to get shredded. Some more camels coming in. Good.
That Vil count though, 80 to 97. Allouition has done a great job booming. I'm still on 2 TCs only, so he's really kind of getting ahead that way.
And obviously the placement of that castle is going to slow the attack down just a little bit, but all of these outside buildings should go down. That's going to force Allouition to play maybe a little bit more conservatively.
It's at this kind of point you see this castle and you're like, okay, well, I have 43 military units on the field. I'm going to go imp now. I just can't be dealing with this castle otherwise. So it's probably the plan for purple. I say probably. I am purple, but
okay. that Sable does not go down the bottom left. I'm surprised that Allouition didn't finish it, but then when odds, he probably had a million other things he was dealing with.
We'll see if Allouition's able to use his superior eco right now.
And a battering ram coming out. You're gonna start doing some work over here on this market. It's gonna be an annoyance to Allouition. He's gonna have to try to find a way to deal with that. Only one right now, but some more can start coming out.
He has enough stone for another castle, and 9 on stone right now too, so he could go for that.
And a forward, is that a forward castle from T-Bird? Some pikemen coming out to deal with it, but they are going to get cut down. Not enough of them. One on the side.
T-Bird 2 minutes away from Imp now. There's that castle for Allouition, right in the smack dab in the middle of everything.
Honestly, the best thing that he could do there is to just get it up. Is going to prevent anybody from streaming in through the front gate, but it's really desperation at that point. We got some miners off to the side getting some rock, and the forward castle comes up, so it's looking...
I think the pressure just came in a little bit too quick. Allouition might have been planning on something up here.
Yeah, I think so.
But now he's in full defense mode.
Yeah, that could still work if you wanted to.
Imperial Age too, but it's going to be a little while.
I was gonna say it could still work if you wanted it to, and Allouition is holding up to Imperial Age now. I don't know that barrack on the right side. They could have done something. I think he just let it lay there too long. So now I don't think it's gonna do any good to try to make units out of that because the base is broken. Mamluks are gonna start pouring in.
I guess the best counter to these Mamelukes are really just to not let it happen. They're very expensive, and you got to get a lot of them to make them super effective like this. But he's trying skirmishers, which unfortunately it's like a class misidentification, right? The Mamelukes are not cavalry archers, so the skirmishers don't do bonus damage to them.
Oh, that makes sense.
So yeah, they were ranged kind of cleaned up. Yeah. It's a good number of skirms though, for what it's worth.
Yeah, so he's going to hold off on this, but the base is cracked open. Hasn't been completely broken just yet, but T-Bird in full control of the game right now, doing a very good job of keeping the pressure on Allouition.
Yeah. I guess if you run up against Mamluks like this in your own games or whatever, I think probably the best answer is a big mass of archers, because we can look at the range here and it's only 3 range, right? Arbalists get up to like 8 or 9 range. So you can really just kite them out and pick them off from a long distance. But I think it's kind of been a timing push combined with a really strong power unit here from Purple that's taken control of this game right now. Allouition going to try some cataphracts. It's probably just because he doesn't have to upgrade them from knights to paladins or whatnot. They just come out as cataphracts right out the gate. Good to have you in chat. By the way, fish speakers, I see you there. Love it. Couple trebs now, raining fire down on the Byzantine castles.
We got some units coming up from Allouition. A nice little clump of units there, going to try to do some good. We got the skirmisher in the back. Got to pick off a few of the units, and another castle coming up from T-Bird just to kind of block off that little entrance there. And
I think I've got all these Mamluks on stand ground, so they weren't like moving into castle fire or whatnot.
Oh, and the knights are those.
They're really short range. Means it's rough.
Emergency.
An emergency palisade gate. It goes down anyways. It's just a little delay.
We got plenty of villagers. The sizable force of Allouition does go down. Now it's coming in to try to prevent the villagers from getting that castle up. But no
bodies. Oh, it's a massacre.
Too many Mamelukes to deal with. It is no good. That force from Allouition goes down. A counter trebuchet does come up, but unfortunately, too many Mamelukes, and that is it. Allouition calls it GG's.
So the res collected there in that game. Intense game. GG. Good boom from Allouition. The res collected, we're looking at this 45 versus 42k for T-Bird, and the villager count 112 to 98. So Allouition definitely ecoed harder than the enemy this game, but it was the military trades that really did it. 165 kills for T-Bird, 37 for Allouition.
That was crazy.
A lot of that, I think, was just surprising him with a unit he didn't really know what to do with. Maybe next time it wouldn't work the same, so look forward to the future. But That means T-Bird is 2 to Allouition's 1 in the grand final, best of 5. So 1 more win for T-Bird, or 2 more for Allouition. We'll see if he's able to take it to game 5. That was a fun game. I don't know, kind of a death ball steamroll-y situation, but I think the eco difference there made it more interesting.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, doesn't look right, but the eco. The issue is that ultimately the eco didn't matter in the long run because you had too many units to deal with and you couldn't do anything with the eco.
Yeah.
So it really, when it came down to it, you played your objective, which was to get the late game to get those units, and that's what won the game.
I think this is a symptom of that, right? We're looking at so many resources for Allouition still in the bank, but he's just like, what do I even do right now? There's 50 Mamelukes. I don't even know what these things are. So, hey, there you go. Trebs, they're on the way too, so good game. And we're back in for game 4 of the Winter Bash Grand Final for 2023. T-Bird in the north, playing in purple as the Italians, and Allouition, there he is, in orange as the Japanese in the south. On Kawasan, we can see all these beautiful little butterflies, all these berries in the middle.
Cool.
Also, all of the relics in the middle there.
Interesting map. This looks kind of fun.
And we've got 2 pawns, 1 on either side. Both players here have kind of gone for a civ that would be strong on this map. Water strengths for the Japanese include more HP on their fishing ships. And okay, you know what? It wouldn't be the Winter Bash without a little tabbing out to look at the stats. Right? Fishing ships 2 times the amount of hit points and +2 pierce armor. Okay, and more work rate, which increases from 5% to 20% over the ages. Mill lumber. Oh yeah, all the gathering camps are 50% cheaper on wood, so you can afford a lot more of that fish as well. A lot more of that water play. So Japanese, pretty insane water civ. The Italians on the other side as well are kind of water archer civ. Bonuses including advancing to the next age being 50% cheaper. Docking University technologies are 33% off, and fishing ships are 15% cheaper too. So, along with what do we have? A couple of unique techs around foot archers, getting more pierce armor and stuff. So, the reasoning behind this, I guess we can go into a little bit of background since this is me. This me right here. I was like, okay, Allouition, man-at-arms, that's how he won his game. He probably is going to try it again, right? Why don't I just pick an archer civ and just preemptively just go archers? So that's what we're going to do here. And the Italians on Kawasan feels pretty good. We'll see which pawn these players.
Yeah, I was going to say, there is a lot of food on this map to take advantage of. And I think whoever takes advantage of it, whoever first takes advantage of it is going to be in a really good position to dictate the pace of the game. So lots of opportunities to expand out, to get food, to get those resources. So it'll be interesting to see how the players react to this map.
I'm going to double click. The center berries are 9,000 food exactly. Can I select all these fish? Yeah. Here we go. And turtles and whatnot apparently as well.
Turtles.
5,200 food on the water. Yeah, what do we got? A little Dorado? Okay, that's interesting. Look at those guys. Ooh, I feel like I'm playing SeaWorld Tycoon right now. Some box turtles, classic. Salmon, love it. Standard, it looks like, is it 2 boars? Yeah, standard 2 boars. Allouition has one. There's another one up here.
Good.
And pretty standard on the herdables too. Got a little deer patch in the back if you need it. Whereas Allouition has this deer patch in the front. For comparing these 2 spawns, great spawn for purple. Both golds, kind of backside stone in like right there, easily wallable. Allouition kind of all on this left side, like this is a key area for him. That south left. I guess back gold, or back stone, and the gold in the front could be a little rough, but we'll see the direction of the game. I'm looking at this weird, like, flintlock pistol wood line. I'm like, what is going on here? It's looking a little bugged, I don't know. But maybe there's supposed to be another wood line up here. I don't know, not sure. Not too crazy, though. T-bird and Allouition both walling on the south dock, or the south pond first, or both docking, man. Game 4. T-bird has definitely been watching pro games. A couple palisade walls in case somebody tries to get a little pick off with a scout. And we just have some fishing ships coming out. A lot more in queue for T-bird. I guess we could look at these players like water base like builds, right? There's five villagers on that wood for Allouition, 6 for the opposing side. 14 on food, 15, so it's like a little bit more of a heavy water commit by like 1 vill for purple right now. And a little bit earlier to feudal age as well. We're also going on to gold already on the way up, so if I wasn't the player doing this, I would be saying, okay, looks like he'll be going for an archer rush. Or potentially galleys or fire galleys, so you need gold for those, so mining gold early is definitely the move. Allouition moving forward, not afraid to stretch out to the middle of the map. He sees all of the insane amount of berries here, right? 9k food and berries. Gonna mill and barracks in the middle of the map.
Good call. At least establish a foothold there to not want to lose out on those resources. So good play there.
Still not in feudal. You can't make any offensive water units until you hit feudal age at least, so that's kind of the rush to get there is one of the large aspects of early water map gameplay. Fire galleys being queued up right now by T-bird. I think if I were to play this again, I would say double dock on one of these ponds and really commit to holding one pond. But villager is moving north for T-bird. Looks like maybe trying to get a dock on the other pond as well. I have seen that dock. Allouition has seen also my dock. Scout chilling here. Orange is gonna pass it by. Oh, he's going for the hit. Gets the first hit off, so purple gonna have to run away or try to find a hill to fight on. Allouition just decides to call it off. And we have 2 militia out for Allouition here. And he's committing to more military after that with some spearmen as well. Fireship is here though for T-bird, and just a reminder, 120 HP on those fishing ships. The Pierce armor doesn't mean anything for Japanese right now. 60 on the fishing ships for the enemy players, so they're kind of insane. They're tanking damage right now from the fire.
Mm-hmm. And
fall back. Second fire galley should come out here for purple.
Yep,
at the same time, we've got frickin' man-at-arms militia in the base. They do run under the TC. Sorry, emotionally, I'm still invested as the player. Here, second fire galley for Allouition on the way too. Again, probably thinking about it now, should have kept my villager here to repair the low HP and fire galleys as they fall back, but scout goes down for Allouition under the town center, and it's just going to be another garrison in the town center and hope and pray kind of feudal age for T-bird, I think. Man-at-arms for Allouition. And he's doing the thing again where he builds his units in the dock, so I don't know how many there are. Fishing ships will go down though. The stock, not enough resources to produce anything out of that just yet, but T-bird walling the left side of the base here. And Allouition... Okay, so this was the dock villager from the north moving south, and Allouition has spotted that with a little spearman. 2 fire galleys in that dock. It's getting flamed down, but
Yep,
we
good call
might be
here.
able to pop out and take this. This one's pretty low HP from tbird.
It's a good call from tbird to get an early fire galley, get some early fire galleys out to deal with that other docks. Doesn't want to share the water, but a good idea nonetheless.
Man-at-Arms find the wall before it's completed on the south side.
Always an opening.
And we'll see if we can.
Does not finish.
Tries
on
to pull it back, but
Ooh,
not
close.
quite. Now there is. Okay, we're pulling back this fire ship to repair it. Now that means there's only 2 on the front. Allouition building a dock on the north as well. Hope you guys like dinging. I'm almost as bad as T90 with that, it seems like. But wall is finally coming down on the left now. And it is 2-0 Eco KD. That was the 2 fishing ships from the Japanese player going down. Allouition has not accomplished as much with these men-at-arms this game. I think he's committing to other things too, so it's not as strong of a push as it would otherwise be. 4 fire ships now on this lake. Another one coming out for tbird, but still some low HP, and it's gonna be some rough timing for purple. Archers from double archery range now. There's a hole in the north too, apparently. That wood line. Archers not being microed because fishing ships are being microed, and Allouition looks like he's going to take that south pond. Archers are cleaning up those man-at-arms, though 1 villager finally, 2 villagers go down. Okay, that's the fishing ships here too, going down now for purple. Res collected at this point, 6,400 to 5,900 is pretty close, but Allouition might be able to swing that ahead with the water control now.
And ooh, I didn't even pay. Wow, it looks like he regained control of the water there. So actually, a really good play from Allouition. Gonna take that left side lake and gonna turn the tables on tbird over here.
I think I'm just gonna have to cut and run from this lake now. 3 fire ships. I mean, maybe he pushed it back earlier. Maybe purple could do the same. Demo raft in the queue for starters. And we're also microing the front here. These archers should be able to push away the man-at-arms now.
So good response there from tbird to deal with those man-at-arms rush. Gonna see what happens here. Gonna pull off. Interesting choice there. Maybe not wanting to risk losing the fire ships.
I think he's looking for fish. He saw a few more than he's killed, and he finds them.
He is gonna find the fishing ships. Oh,
big connection there from that demo, though.
Solid demo ship to take out 2 of those fire ships. So I kind of want to see if tbird will maybe commit to another fire ship to finish off the docks over there. But we'll have to see.
We can see Allouition scouting this dock too, so he knows that purple is on that. And purple moving out to the middle. Allouition switching to skirms. Could be strong. We have 7 archers for purple now. Leaning into that Italian identity.
Good micro though to move back. That gonna be able to might get all these units here. Really good micro from tbird over here to deal with.
Regular skirms, no armor, and we should be able to clear that for now. Purple scout just kind of around, and we have another villager on 1 HP moving to the south.
Hoping he doesn't run into anything dangerous over there. It looks like there is a. Oh boy, that might.
We'll put it on the Tiger's fog of war.
No, oh boy, this is bad. This might. Okay, it looks like he's gonna get the villager.
Reminder: this is played on extreme AI difficulty, which does affect Gaia units like the Tiger. It affects their vision and their damage. So
okay, looks like he's okay.
Okay for now. Demo coming out.
Demo ship.
For purple. Doesn't get any kills. The HP is
so low
on those, though.
Yeah, so I think another demo ship, even a fire ship coming out might be another.
And another demo raft. Demo rafts are strong. They have a lot of potential to swing the water, but they also don't hold anything, right? They're there, they kill, and then it's just no man's land again. Yeah. So, Allouition looks like he's taking control of the north pond too. Very focused on those water positions. Demo comes out again. Also, Cap, good to have you in the chat. Good to have you here. Welcome in. Ding ding indeed. 2 dings. Can we get a third? No, that's the same as the other ship.
So once more, another fight out here on the lake for the control of the fishing areas, and Allouition is really leading heavily into defending these areas here. Not a bad idea. Again, there's a lot of resources there, and they are going to run out, but if you're looking to advance up as quickly as you can, you're going to want those resources. So he's been doing a good job of defending these places.
He's, I think the villager count is similar. Allouition actually ahead by, okay, no, yeah, he's just generally ahead in eco right now. It's looking good for him. tbird does hit castle age faster, though. A lot of units on the field, though, for Allouition, and these 2 skirms should be able to push back the archers for now. So tbird kind of locked in the base for the time being. Spent a lot of resources on that castle age upgrade. Gonna be getting a ton of different other upgrades now, too. Just chilling for the time being.
Yeah.
I think like you can kind of know, like, if they're investing this much in water, they're going to be a little bit lacking in other areas potentially.
Because ultimately, while these are going to be good fishing spots, going to get plenty of resources here, in the long run, there's not a lot they can do with the water aside from just getting the food. Like there's no air, there's no room to, like galleon, cannon galleon. They're not going to do much good there.
1,300 food left here before you have to do some kind of fish trap thing.
Yeah. But tbird over here was return fire galleys and might get a few of the fire ships here. Fishing ships getting blocked there. That was funny.
Yeah.
But
one thing with Japanese that's a really powerful strat. You can just park the fishing ships in front of the fire, tank the damage because they have twice the HP of a normal fishing ship, because the fire stops at whatever enemy unit is first in front of it.
Does lose the fire ship, does kill the other galley there. Oh, no way.
2 HP on that fire.
Goodness. Wow, that's insane. Does tbird have any more ships? Oh no.
R.I.P. Villager goes down.
It had to happen. It had to happen. Not a chance. And it looks like he's going to try to take out some of these fishing ships, but instant death.
Allouition hits Castle Age. tbird building a second town center on that gold and that wood in the north. Just working on booming, getting that eco. There's no pressure on land right now. Allouition does have a solid army, though, he could move out with. He's actually going with some archers, as well as the man-at-arms, and a TC right in the middle there for him, too.
Good,
I love the forward, just, like, creep of his base.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Allouition here. He's going to have access to all this food. He's going to have access to all these resources here. It's why he hasn't made too many farms right now. Plus, he has all the fishing spots on those 2 side lakes as well. So this is a really good position for Allouition right here. So I think he should start taking full advantage of what he has.
He's going to start moving with the military. TC is up at just about the nick of time in the north. And pretty much the exposed area is right in the front for purple.
Yeah, so
Allouition. Okay, so I'm
more
at this
fighting
point
out on the water.
It's kind of like I'm never gonna get the war galley upgrade to upgrade my fire ships to fire ships. Yeah, you're kind of forcing the enemy to invest as much into a dead end as you can.
I think that was the best you could do with that situation. So
forward kind of castle spot, looking to protect that stone.
Yeah, not a bad call there from tbird, just wanting to stake a little bit of a claim there, not wanting to be completely boxed in, and I think that's going to do a lot of good, just defensive-wise as well. But the smallest force from Allouition here coming in on the side is going to find this TC, but is going to lose 1 unit there, 2 units. Backs off, doesn't push it.
Some messy house walls fail here for tbird. Only 4 villas building this.
He's going to save the villagers, looks like, but does not get that castle up. So that's a really big play over here from Allouition to stop that castle from going out. It looks like it's only going to do holding off for now. But crossbowmen and some skirmishers as well. He might be tbird might be able to hold off on this. Villagers back to the castle, but skirmishers coming in, more forces coming in, a forward castle coming in from Allouition here to respond to the castle from tbird. I want to see whose castle's going to go up first. This is going to be big.
Looks like it's gonna be Allouitions. We only have one villager left on the front, and it's low
he's
HP.
gonna gets the villagers off that castle. He's gonna have some units start attacking that castle now. Good response from Allouition to stop that castle from going up. And again, he's gonna have that forward castle now of his own. This is looking really good for Allouition.
12-2 for Allouition now, and yeah, this forward castle position on the hill with the stone is a great spot.
Gonna go up, not a problem. He's not gonna have any difficulty whatsoever. Crossbowman coming in as well as a skirmisher or two from tbird, but it does hit the castle. Can't do anything about it though. And response skirmishers coming in from Allouition, driving those crossbowmen off. More defensive castles from tbird, not probably where he would have liked it, but best he can make with what he's got.
So there were 9,000 food on the berries to begin with. It's down to about 6,000.
Oh wow. We're just plugging along here. He's just taking his time, not a problem.
Yeah, just cleaning that up.
Yeah, it's a good defensive. I'd say the castle placement from tbird there is a good defensive placement. Not best he could have done with the situation. He made the best of what he had. Not probably where he would have liked it, but all things considered, that's not a bad spot for it.
Not a bad spot. Kind of as the Italians was thinking, I just want to get the unique unit out and start making that out of the castle, and it's going to hold that middle choke point.
Yeah, that's a really good spot for it. It's going to just keep him safe, and it looks like another TC going up on the side over here. A few of Allouition's units patrolling the area, looking for anything here. Maybe trying to get a pick on someone or a building off to the side. Just maybe wanting to be sure that
great map, like looking,
not wanting to be caught off guard. They're
gonna find a tiger instead.
Almost loses that samurai there. He does have samurai out on the field now. So that's actually going to be good.
Coming out. Yeah, actually surprised to see that. Usually, I mean, samurai are a pretty good unit. They're a little bit expensive, and their main utility is bonus damage against like every other unique unit. It's like their main thing. If you see your enemy making like a melee unique unit, get the samurai going. They will work against anything though. We'll see how they do against the Italian Genoese crossbowmen. This is a crossbowman with like high armor, +3 armor right now. It's just pretty tanky. I think I've heard it described as like in between a skirmisher and an archer, basically. That's kind of the unit I've been trying to get to here in this game. But we're really just kind of trying to end up with a ranged death ball for purple. Rams coming out too to try to get rid of some of these buildings.
Yeah, a lot of skirmishers coming out for tbird here. Really nice clump of units there. He might be able to respond to, and gets a little close to the water there. It gets aggressive damage from the fire ships.
Fire ships there, yeah, we gotta watch out for those. As Allouition is only making skirms pretty much at this point. Rams, siege of any kind is going to be pretty strong.
Good call there from tbird. Both sides still in the castle age. Nobody's gone to Imperial just yet.
The knights go down. The Genoese, I think, have a bonus against infantry and cavalry, so they're going to be strong in that situation.
Despite right now tbird has got a really good clump of units here and he's been kind of tearing through these buildings here. So not an issue. And right now, Allouition doesn't have a lot of units to deal with this. He's got plenty of buildings, he's got plenty of economy going, but not a lot of units to deal with this attack right now.
So trickling in right now. It's rough. He feels like he really needs to hold this point, I guess. But it's kind of been a theme of the last few games, right? Weaker economy, but much better trades allowing tbird to stay in this right now. Res collected is 2,000 more for Japanese right now.
Yeah. So. What are the Italian unique units?
It's the Genoese crossbowman here. This guy with a little shield. He has bonus against the cavalry and infantry, like I said.
Solid. Yeah, and that's going to be good, considering we got cavalry coming out right now. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. 3 of them just popped out. We got samurai coming on the side. Going to try to get in. cut down some of those units, but no good. Too many skirmishers, too many unique units coming in. Going to take out more of those skirmishers on top of the hillside. Death Ball is just too strong. Going to start.
That's the power of this Death Ball, right? I was like building houses over here at the time, but these guys can handle themselves at this point.
Yep, we got another castle coming up on the left side of the map for T-Bird. Going to again defend that little area over there. Going to start producing some more units. The Death Ball is going to start moving through the top of that the center of the map. Going to start taking some of these buildings down. Going to deal with some of the units that Allouition has coming out, but it's just not looking good for Allouition right now. He's got plenty of economy, but he doesn't have enough military to deal with this Death Ball.
Genoese also have 10 more HP. I think that's one of their big
we got
upsides of that.
Defensive castle coming up for Allouition there. A good spot for it.
So
Hopefully
that'll stop any push for the time being, right? Can't really deal with that in Castle Age.
Yep. Good call. So T-Bird is going up to the Imperial Age now, so this is going to put him in a very good spot to get access to more of those upgrades to his units, trebuchets as well, so he's going to start putting the hurt on now.
It's cheaper to go Imperial for the Italians too, so that's going to be a nice little bonus, yeah.
And right now, those battering rams have been doing work right now on some of those buildings. There's just 3 of them right now, but they're just wrecking everything.
I was thinking at the time, maybe I'll try and get him housed, but he's actually keeping on top of that pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, just Allouition just sending some more skirmishers out, trying to deal with this Death Ball, but unfortunately it's just too much. There's just too many of those units. Upgrades are too much.
He's adding the Siege Workshop, so looks
good.
like we're going to see Mangonel now. That's another great counter to range Death Ball like this. Like 2 shots, these guys are flattened, right?
Yeah, so it's a matter of how T-Bird manages that when they come in. But right now he's just comfortable raining fire down on the TC. Again, we have
taking 6,000 food now out of these berries. Sorry, not important. But it's gonna be a long swordsman and just a ton more elite skirms for Allouition. He's doing a better job now holding them back from getting picked off. The longswords are gonna run in now, but it's really just been make a ton of units for T-Bird, and that's kind of just the plan. Big shot by the Mangonel there.
Here we go. He's moving in.
And now
Mangonel is looking. So he's got it. I think he's got enough. Oh, solid hit from the Mangonel, taking out at least 5 or 10 units there. That was a really good.
16 kills on this Mangonel's short lifespan so far.
That was solid hit. That's gonna push
T-Bird
back, preventing the attack from continuing on. Solid hit. Oh, that was glorious to watch. That was insane.
That was glorious. 2 Mangonels now.
We have 2 Mangonels right now. So really good play from Allouition there, and a good target selection as well. I don't know if that was. I'm going to assume that was intentional. That was solid. Fantastic.
Definitely intentional.
Yeah.
And we've seen. I feel like we've seen this dance before now. Imperial Age, trebuchets, castle in front of castle. We'll see how it goes for Allouition this time.
Hoping Allouition's victory was not short-lived. It's again, he's done a good job. 3 Mangonels out on the field right now to deal with anything coming his way, but trebuchets being set up, going to start coming in, raining some fire down on the forward castle. So Allouition is going to have to find a way to deal with this. And a sneaky little, what is that being set up on the bottom right there?
We've got a stable coming up from T-Bird in the very bottom corner of the map.
Yeah, sneaky little play here. That could be good. It's gonna put some pressure on the original TC there. So this is.
Dock has gone down for Allouition. Looks like he just deleted the fishing ships up here too. There's not any fish left.
Yeah,
fish
probably a good idea.
On that south pond, he might opt to fish trap that. He has 2,000 wood in the bank, but it also could just take more APM than is worth at this point.
Trebuchet's going up. Trebuchet's hitting that castle. Skirmisher's coming in. Going to try to hit those trebuchets, but no good. This T-Bird has too much of a defense, too many skirmishers, too many crossbowmen to deal with those skirmishers.
Initially, the trebuchets set up like over here, right? But then Mangonels just started rolling in, so we had to pack up and move it back over under the castle.
Is going to go down. No contest there. Some more buildings going up on the side here. Are those siege workshops being set up?
These are barracks. Now, the Italians are one of a few civs that have multiple unique units. This is actually a team bonus unit. If you have the Italians on your team, your whole team can make this. It's a condottiero. It produces super fast. Think of like the Huskarl from the Goths, like light version.
Wow.
It's just if you need something quick, they move really quick. You can just run in. I'm gonna try to use those to take out any mangonels we come in across.
Yeah, good call. If you've again, the mangonels are 3 mangonels still there. I think 3 mangonels he's got. Trebuchet slowly moving in.
I should mention you only get them in Imperial Age too, so that's why we haven't seen any yet. But Treb's just gonna start rolling across. Allouition going for more houses here.
House wall going up on the side as well. Good placement there. Some more fishing coming in. Trebuchet slowly moving in. Some more stables coming up. Gonna start
stable.
Yeah, so he's just gonna start massing some units and then maybe come in from behind. Good play there. Trebuchet's up a little bit too far. Skirmisher is gonna be able to come in. Mangonel's coming in for the shot.
Ooh, we also seen Redemption for tbird. Gonna try to convert a mangonel with a monk.
He's gonna rush in with his special units. Gonna get the mangonel. Gets 1, gets 2, gets both of the mangonels. Scorpion coming out. Gonna try to deal with those units. No good. Tyler's units coming through and cutting those units down. Skirmisher is gonna maybe will connect, get those units down, but again, Tyler's secondary force coming in, crossbowman, too much range, special unit coming in, gonna deal with those skirmishers in the back from Allouition, no good. Scorpion's coming in, trying to get some damage in. Nope, skirmishers too strong.
On the south side too, we end up with light cav, some archers as well, getting a little raiding.
Yep, now just going to try to be an annoyance here. That forward base, those forward units from Allouition do go down. No good. Tyler now has tbird now has the advantage here.
The longswordsman did kill 2 trebuchets.
Convert Scorpion. Convert
Scorpion now. Kills a Vil. Okay, getting work done.
TC goes down.
Like having the wood line, and it's looking pretty tough for Allouition. 84 to 106 on the eco now, and those fishing ships are just not doing anything. They run out.
They're useless now, and again,
did get like 10k food from the map, but
right now it's not. Oh, good shot from the mangonel. Gonna try to get something back here.
We're trying to convert it too. You see the line. Monk goes down. Didn't have sanctity. Okay.
Mangonel.
It's one shot.
Dying shot. The dying shot of the mangonel gets the monk. Worth it, I'd say. But another monk out there with the relic.
Collecting a relic just in case he tries to get relic victory, right? That was actually on my mind at the time. I was like, okay, I need at least one. Mangonel's still taking good shots on the Trebs.
Yeah, Mangonel.
Hussars in the wood line though, in the back. I think that's really what's causing problems now.
Yeah, so yeah, and that's it. GG's, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. tbird is your 2023 Winter Bass champion.
GG. Allouition with 108 skirms, but it wasn't enough. I think the mass control was there more for tbird, just keeping all of the units grouped and not trickling them in necessarily, or I don't know. But worked out in the end. I'm gonna take that one. And I guess this is kind of a return for me, right? I didn't play in 2022, or I think I played in 2021. I don't know. I think I wanted to focus on the casting and the production last year, and it kind of shows this year has been a little bit more relaxed with the whole production side of things. I didn't do any overlays with special stats or anything, but I hope that's all right with everyone. It's been a good time, regardless of how long it's taken.